evening.
Good evening.
Καλησπέρα σας.
Καλησπέρα σας,
Καλό
Μαρία.
μεσημέρι από την Αθήνα. Welcome to today's Zoom gala hosted by ICC Women Hellas. We are very proud, I'm very proud, happy, delighted, and I'm getting emotional to start our first greet and meet, our first connection with New York, with you young ladies. I'm very, very happy and thank you to Nyovi Christopoulou. Nyovi, welcome and thank you.
Και να μας πάρει ένα τηλέφωνο.
Can we see Nyovi?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm ready.
Okay, Nyovi.
I think somebody has to mute themselves because I can hear the echo.
Mute the sound, please. Yes, of course. You're right. I can hear that too. Hello to Alexandra Vasilaros, and thank you very much for joining us. Alexandra. Can we see Alexandra? I think I'm presenting a TV show, you see? So I can see everybody very quickly and very fast. Hello, Marina Hadjipateras. Hello, Maria Vasalos. Welcome to Evi Adamidou.
Hello.
Jacqueline Vasilatos. And to Hara Mavrikos Gisholt. Thank you, all of you, for coming and for joining. Alexandra Vasilaros, let me use the name of one of your plays, Omnium Gatherum. Omnium Gatherum, it means in Latin, a gathering of all of us. So let me give a title. So let me give again, the title is Omnium Gatherum. It's Greek Women Omnium Gathering. Okay, thank you very much for this title. You gave me this idea. It's a real blessing for all of us to get together. I'm really thankful to our chairwoman, let's use all of it, to our president finally, Marina Yavroglu, to my friend for many years, for more than 30 years, president of ICC, Petros Doukas. So this is Sparta Petros, who is a mother of Sparta.
This is Lipada. I just came in 5 minutes ago.
And this is Greece, Petro, okay? So, from the bottom of my heart, καλώς ήρθατε. Let me call Mrs. Marina Yavroglu, our president, to welcome all of you.
Dear friends from New York, dear all, I welcome you from Greece, and I welcome you also to our new cluster, ICC Women Greece and ICC Women USA New York. Among us, there are a lot of distinguished women, American and Greek. Among us, first of all, I want to tell you that there is now with us a distinguished member, Princess Catherine of Serbia, a great philanthropist, and I have to tell you that the last 10 years, she gave a lot of love and money to Greek hospitals because we had a lot of financial problems. Also, there is among us, there are many other women. There is Katsu Fani, who is a very, very successful businesswoman and very, very successful, and she's very good in what she does. So also among us as ICC, we have a lot of business women, a lot of lawyers, a lot of successful people that they are with us. But first, but not last, there is another lady, Christina Sakelaridis, who is a pioneer, and she's the president. She's a very good friend of ours. She's the president of Greek International Exporters, and she wanted to comment something, which is to tell to you, Greek American women, to suggest to the American investors to come to Greece and invest not only in real estate, but also to the venture capital, to invest, American venture capital, to invest in small and medium
companies,
businesses. This is the idea of a pioneer lady who was very successful and very good in what she does. She did and she does. Now I want to tell you that today we are going to launch a new ICC women cluster, which is ICC Youth USA, which is going to be all youngsters about from 12 to 30, 32 years old, new entrepreneurs that they want to make businesses between them and for new startups and all this. So I give Irini has to continue with this.
Thank you very much. I would like to introduce to you, as I already said, Mr. Petros Doukas, who used to be a minister of finance and diplomacy. Let's say you were traveling all over the world, Petros, and you wanted to do exactly what we are trying to do right now. That's right?
The floor to me?
Yes, the floor to you, Petros. The floor to you to introduce the youth, the cluster, our new cluster, the young people.
I'm also a New Yorker, as I studied at NYU in Columbia. I got my PhD at NYU, my MBA at Columbia. And then I worked in Citibank at 399 Park Avenue. I was vice president before I came back to Greece. I'm a native New Yorker. Now, first of all, for Marina Gavroglou, the president of ICC, she is one of the very, very top business women in Greece. Her business, which is Soya Mills SA, is a company that is about 330 million in sales. And they also have divisions that do olive production and olive oil production, and they have their own private seaport for their business in Corinth. And she's a really top lady, and you will enjoy being with her. Now, regarding ICC, ICC was formed under government instructions after World War I, when people felt that more free trade will make people closer rather than making them fight with each other. So it was born in 2019. I'm hearing somebody. Yes? Can you hear me now?
Yes, of course. Okay. Please go ahead.
It was formed to promote free trade and the friendship among people. And to do that, first of all, it was, of course, to promote free trade. And to do that, we had to create rules for free trade. So most of the rules of free trade today and most of the international banking rules are ICC rules. And ICC now is present in over 100 countries. So think of it as an international chamber of commerce, which is a family of yours. There are in over 90 countries full presence, and in over 90 countries, national commissions like this one, where I'm the president of ICC Greece. Every year, there is a World Federation of Chambers of Commerce annual reunion, and you can participate. There's a lot of exciting things you can do. We can book you in some of the committees and the commissions.
Who is this beautiful young lady next to you?
That's my daughter Marina, a New Yorker. She's now for a few weeks in Ifada, and you know her, she'll be part of the New York effort to grow.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Petro.
This is Marina.
Marina, hello.
Hi, everyone.
She's the new boss of our family anyhow.
Okay.
So anyhow, you can really think of ICC as a family. Whenever you travel in Dubai, in Santiago, in Rio de Janeiro, you can look them up and meet them. Go to their offices, see if you have any problems or trade issues you want to you want them to help you with, or if there's some ideas you have, you want to expand in those countries, then you want some references or what have you, it's a very, very good idea to work with them. So think of ICC as a possible new family for you.
Out of New York,
Irene.
as an M&A attorney with public and private companies, advising them on mergers and acquisitions, as well as financial markets, private equity and venture capital deals. For the last couple of years, I work mostly as a chief strategy officer with innovative companies and growth companies that are looking to scale up globally. They're looking for international partnerships and investments. And I'm also advising them on fundraising strategies. And that's a shift that actually happened in my career as my own industry, the legal industry, has been disrupted and has had to reinvent itself. And as we all have had the opportunity or had the need to reinvent ourselves. And I think this is like an ongoing trend for a while, especially post-COVID. Like we have to think about new business models, new partnerships, new opportunities for growth. I'm really excited to be here today in what I hope will be the first in a salon-type series of events that will give us the opportunity to build a platform where you could contribute your ideas and talent, and where we could converge all of that with capital to promote more growth for women, more impactful relationships and networking, more diversity and inclusion, and also create space for more ethical business. I believe that this is actually a great time to spearhead such as an initiative, because COVID really has emphasized the need for everybody, but especially more so for women, to grow and expand our networks, to cooperate, and to reach out and stay connected. And I'm saying especially for women, because we've been challenged more than any other demographic, I think, both at home and in business, to reinvent ourselves, to invest all of our energy to make things happen and move forward. Therefore, I really envision this to be a nice, welcoming platform for talent, for women, for you to share, what keeps you awake at night, what you aspire to create or to be, how we could really, place Greece again on the global map and think of the Greek American Business Network, not in regional terms, but in the context of a global alliance. And that's why I think the ICC is really like a very welcoming platform and a great initiative to frame this women-led effort. Therefore, thank you so much, Petros, thank you so much, Marina, for spearheading that. Very excited, and I'm available to all, to help and push that forward.
Thank you very much once more, Yovi. And let me introduce you to Alexandra Vassilaros. Hello, Alexandra.
I'm very happy to be here. I feel very honored to be included. And I wish I could speak in Greek, but τα ελληνικά μου είναι άσχημα, so I'm not going to...
Go ahead in English.
English. So I'm very pleased to know Niovi. I'm the nonna of her youngest son, and my son works at an organization, a tech company called Persado, which is where he landed, partly because of Niovi's husband, Dimos. So I have been in the creative field my whole life. I was an actress, then I became a writer. I had plays on and off Broadway, and then I was peripherally involved with my husband's coffee business in the Greek American community, especially in New York. It's quite known. It's Vassilaros Coffee, was started by his grandfather. And so now we've just celebrated our 100th year. Unfortunately, about 7 years ago, my husband got very ill and passed away in 2015. At that time, I inherited the business. It's a business that supplies coffee to our segment of the United States, largely the tri-state area. We supply business, we do private label, and I hired a new CEO to help me lead the effort as president of our company. And what excited me and why I decided to lean in was because not only is the heritage of our business so much in my blood and heart, but because there was an opportunity on the city, state, federal, and corporate level as a woman-led business to participate in mandates that are fairly new in our country to use products and develop relationships with women-owned businesses. So it has to be a majority shares owned by a woman or a minority. And in that, that opportunity is quite, is growing by leaps and bounds right now, largely because of Me Too. Even in this climate in our country with Black Lives Matter, there's a real compelling mandate to be more inclusive. And there are even tax incentives for certain companies like Disney or Marriott to use and buy, purchase women-owned product from women-owned companies. So this is an exciting place for me to be. I'm also very active philanthropically. With I'm on the board of a couple of nonprofits that mean a lot to me. One is for children, one is for homeless people in New York. I also created a workshop for people suffering from new grief. And so it's my privilege to be here. I have a home in Icaria, which my husband and I built, and we're both, all our families are from Icaria. And my aunt lives in Athens. I've been coming to Greece since I'm a small child. I'm very, my godfather was Spiro Mercouri. So I spent a lot of time in
Your
Greece.
godfather was Spiros Merkouris.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know it's a wonderful distinguishing quality. So I grew up spending a lot of time as a child with Melina and Spiro. And probably some of you may know my son's nono is Ari Lumidis, and I don't know how many.
Of course we do know that. That's why you're connected with the coffee business, right?
Yes. Ari and my husband were very best friends, and also, of course, Ari was in coffee. And he's the godfather of my oldest son.
Very, very nice to meet you, Alexandra. So I would like to say that we have some Anna Diamandopoulou, who used to be our minister and commissioner, has joined us.
Bravo.
Anna, are you still here?
Bravo.
And Mrs. Olga Kefalogianni, also she used to be the Minister of Tourism in Greece. Thank you for being with us.
Χαρά είναι εδώ. Μια χαρά, αλλά πώς μπαίνουμε σε γεννήσου κι εγώ.
And we can hear all the time Mrs. Sakelaridhi. So let me introduce you now to Marina Hadjipateras. Marina, are you ready to take the floor?
I am.
Thank you, Marina. Thank you. You're the third Marina today at this Zoom gala. You're the third one, okay?
I know. I've never been sort of in the same day with so many Marinas. I love it.
Hello, Marina.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, of course we do.
Great.
We can hear you very well.
Great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be a part of this group and to tell you a little bit about myself. Again, I started my career in investor relations, working at my shipping company, my maritime shipping company, Dorian LPG, and I worked there for about 10 years. I got my Siemens license, moved out to South Korea, and sailed on our ships and worked at the shipyard. And after that, I came back to New York after living in Greece and London for 6 years, overseeing the operations of our company. And we IPO'd on the New York Stock Exchange in 2014. I had joined the environmental committee for Intertanko, and I still serve as the vice chair. And I had started to see that there was a gap between age-old industries and new technology that was coming about. So I stayed in New York after we IPO'd, and I decided that I really wanted to look at the startup world and bridge that gap. So 4 years ago, I started a venture capital fund, an early stage venture capital fund called Trail Mix Ventures. We've raised $35 million to date and invested in over 27 early stage startups, and all of them primarily within the US, but we're now opening up to Europe, which I'm very excited about. And we focus on sustainability, the future of work, and the care economy. We have over 65% of our portfolio are women and diverse founders. We make a point to keep our eyes wide open and to make sure that we're inclusive, and to make sure that not only are the founders diverse, but also the teams that they hire, because it's reported that you do better when you have everyone around the table. We've also started a group. My co-founder and I have a woman co-founder that I've known for over 17 years and met at Georgetown University, called Transact.
A real example of women empowerment then, Marina.
Yeah, and her path is very different, so we sort of complement each other. But yeah, we figured.
Another Greek American co-founder.
No, actually, she's Persian, but she is. I know. I'm looking to bring someone else on board too, but we also started a group called Transact, which is for emerging fund managers, and it's up to 45 women fund managers now from all around the world, and we meet every Monday, and we have speakers, and so we're really trying to move the needle forward. And currently, I'm also onboarding with the Endeavor Group to be a mentor for high-impact Greek entrepreneurs. So that's where I am, based in New York, and really happy to be here and start helping people invest more in Greece.
Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. This is the let me be honest with all of you, ladies from New York. This is what we are looking forward to doing, and that's why we say more women, more growth, and we strongly believe in that. We strongly believe that all of you could give a hand once more, let's say, because let me be more precise. We haven't seen a lot of investments coming from USA, from Greek Americans. So we strongly believe, Marina Yavroglu and Petros Doukas, we strongly believe that together we could do more in this field. We could invest, you could attract more people, you could tell more people, and bring more people over to Greece. And especially after COVID, let's say it's a second phase of crisis for Greece. Are you done? So let me go to Maria Vassallou. Maria, are you ready to take the floor?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much, Marina. And
thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for inviting me to this forum, and a special thanks to Niovi for reaching out. I know Niovi from my time at the Columbia Business School when she was an MBA student there, very distinguished one. So in terms of my career, I did my PhD in financial economics at London Business School. And then I was at Columbia at the business school in the finance department. So I was there as a professor for 11 years. My research was in the interrelation of macro and finance and how macro factors affect asset returns. And as my research got published and presented around, I also had the opportunity to consult for various firms. I was a retained consultant for Citadel, for Deutsche Asset Management, various other hedge funds. And eventually in 2006, I passed to the other side and joined the industry full time. First as to start and run the quantitative strategies group at Soros Fund Management, and then as a global macro PM at SAC Capital. And then I spent some time as head of asset allocation and a portfolio manager at McKinsey's investment office before I joined Perella Weinberg Partners as a partner to run their global macro business. Last year, in August of 2019, I spun out from Perella Weinberg to form my own woman-owned firm. So this
is Vassallou Capital Management, right?
Correct. correct. And it's a woman-owned firm. And my number two is also a woman that I've been working with since 2008. So we're a very diverse group, all very experienced in what we do, and we have been working together for many years. So I spun out with my entire team plus other senior members of Perella Weinberg, and we run two innovative systematic macro strategies, a global macro fund and a dynamic asset allocation strategy that it's suitable for various institutional investors, from pension funds, endowments, foundations, high net wealth individuals, and so on. And in addition, I do some corporate board work. I'm on the board of Tsakos Energy Navigation, which is listed at the New York Stock Exchange. And it's interesting when Marina Hatzipateras mentioned her involvement with Intertango, since Nikos was the chairman of Intertango until last year. I'm certainly very familiar with the environmental work that has been done there. And also I'm on the board of Titanos, a corporate corporation, the cement company listed in the Brussels Stock Exchange. These are two board memberships that also bring me to Greece and the region quite often. And certainly I'm very interested in maintaining close relationships with Greece and close business relationships and expand them. On the philanthropic side, I'm also on the board of Gennadios Library. I'm a member of the board of
with
overseers.
Catherine Bouras, who is
exactly,
our member.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Catherine Bouras, who is the new president
joined
of Gennadios.
recently. But I was saying that I'm certainly very interested in expanding and maintaining and expanding my relationships with Greece and with Greek women and other business partners, and happy to provide any contribution I can and give back to my country of origin in any way I can. So thank you very much for having me, and I look forward to cooperating.
Thank you so much. Let me introduce you to Evie Adamidou now. Hello, Evie. How are you?
I'm good.
We see Evie now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Hello, Evie. How are you?
Hello. A big thank you to Niovi. I think we share a common interest also, that is chocolate. So I keep seeing her in La Maison du Chocolat on Madison Avenue.
Okay.
Not in the past 4 months.
There is a Maison du Chocolat in New York.
Oh, yeah. There used to be like, there are about 4. There used to be 6. I think Niovi and I are experts on that. So anyway, thank you, Niovi. It's very interesting for me to participate in this group. I came to the US to do graduate studies. So I have a master's and a PhD from Princeton University in operations research and statistics. And my whole career is in finance. I worked for major firms, Lehman Brothers, JP Morgan Chase, and I worked also for 2 insurance companies. Back in '99, I moved to Greece for 2 years, and I was the head of fixed income sales at the EFG Eurobank. Then we moved back to New York, and we stayed here since then. Recently, since 2008, I'm an independent consultant. I'm working mostly with the Boston Consulting Group, and my focus is risk management for fixed income portfolios and regulatory compliance. So whatever new regulations come out, I'm one of the people that will work with major global financial institutions to help them interpret regulations and apply them to models, to stress testing.
It's very close to what ICC, International Chamber of Commerce, is doing.
Yeah, I also saw on I'm not that familiar with the ICC site, but I just saw they have something on GDPR, which is the privacy of individual data, and that's one of the projects that I'm doing. So I have a different background than most of the women here that present themselves here. And I would definitely love to increase my ties to Greece, because after 2001, after I left, I haven't done any work with Greek banks or international banks that have subsidies in Greece. And also, if Marina Petru is still there, I have a 23-year-old daughter who just graduated. And if you decide to do, she graduated from Princeton. And if you decide to connect younger Greek people, send me an email and I will connect you.
Thank you very much for that. What's your first name?
Evie.
Okay. No, Evie, no, I mean your daughter's first name.
My daughter's first name is Alexandra, and last name
Alexandra, okay.
Yeah,
Alexandra.
it has my husband's last name, yeah.
So Alexandra Damidou.
No, it's Alexandra Koskosidis, but my husband's last
okay,
name.
okay.
Connect me and I will connect you.
That's the way. Thank you so much, Evie. Thank you very much.
And looking forward to all the meetings and all the topics that you're focusing on.
So let's meet now with Jacqueline Vassilatos. Jacqueline, Director of Finance and Strategy at Estée Lauder.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening. First of all, yes, thank you for having me today.
Yes.
I am very honored to be here. So just a little bit about myself. I live in New York City, which is where I met Niovi. I have lived here most of my life, but I did spend some time in Washington, D.C. back in 2013, I believe, where I worked as an acting CFO for a nonprofit. And I've also lived in Chicago for 2 years when I was pursuing my MBA degree from the University of Chicago, where my concentrations were in finance, strategy, and marketing. So for the last 2 years, I've been a finance director at the Estée Lauder companies, specifically in the travel retail channel. So as part of my role, I oversee and manage all the strategic and financial operations for 3 brands, which you may know. One of them is Jo Malone London, then Bobbi Brown, and Frederic Malle perfumes. The travel retail business at Estée Lauder is basically comprised of all of the brick and mortars and online sales of point, which are basically at airports, in-flight, as well as cruise ships. So our business has been very resilient over the last couple of years, very strong sales due to the significant increase of travelers, specifically international travels from China to Europe, US to Europe, and so on. But today, like many other businesses, especially in the travel industry, the business has been impacted. But I will say that being part of an Estée Lauder company with a full diverse portfolio of brands in different categories, it's been an interesting time, challenging but interesting. We've become very agile and we are confident that the travel industry will recover in time.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you. Yes. No, I mean, skincare sales are flourishing. Those have not been impacted at all. It's interesting when you have a very big portfolio of brands like La Mer, Jo Malone, you're always hedged for these risks. And again, even if people are not traveling, when they do travel, they will always buy anti-aging creams.
We'll ask you how it comes, and you have worked for Nasdaq and Deutsche Bank, and on the other hand, for Avon and for Estée Lauder. This is 2 completely different sectors.
Yes, yeah. So before I joined Lauder, I spent 15 years in the financial services industry for those companies you mentioned. And it is a big change. The function's still the same. It's still financial analysis. But once I became a mother, I realized that while I wanted to continue to go to work every day, I wanted to work for a company that I was passionate about, a company that, like Estée Lauder, that is socially responsible, empowers women, is very diverse, and just an exciting industry that was, again, exciting for me. So again, on a personal note, I have my husband, Nicholas. I met him here in New York. He's originally from Athens. And we have a 6-year-old daughter who loves makeup and face masks.
Wonderful. Thank you very, very much, Jacqueline.
You're welcome.
We hope to meet you in person, all of you, when you come to Greece or we come to New York, once we start again traveling.
Absolutely.
Haram, Hara Mavrikos Gisholt. Hello, Hara. It's Hara
Hi,
to meet
everyone.
you.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for the invitation, actually. It's a very impressive group of women, for sure. Also, thank you for making me dress up after, 4 months in lockdown and wearing T-shirts and then sweats.
You're right,
feels,
all of us, it's the same.
it feels good. Also a good friend of Niovi's and a colleague. I moved to New York from Athens back in 1996, mainly for family reasons. My mother's Greek American and just wanted to move back to New York, so we had to follow, of course. I am a maritime lawyer. I worked as the general counsel of one of the largest ship registries in the world for about 12 years. And in that role, actually, apart from the ship owning community globally, I had the opportunity to meet with a lot of the financiers, financial institutions that invest in shipping. So I got to learn a lot about KYC, due diligence, etc. So I'm happy to share that experience with anybody who needs it. And 2 years ago, I was recruited actually to head the New York office of a startup, of a joint venture. The joint venture is a startup between an Italian company, and this is on the insurance brokerage side. So Italian company of Cambial Sorriso and a US company of Core Assurance. The Italians wanted to get into the US market, the Americans wanted to get into the marine space, and they found each other and formed this partnership, which is thankfully going quite well. So I have been exposed to this startup business in New York, and I'm very happy to share all my knowledge and expertise on that. There's always in the back of our minds, how can we help Greece? One of the things that we're working on now, apart from the typical marine insurance, the ocean-going vessels, let's say.
This is what is exactly crossing my mind. So it's helpful what you're saying right now, Hara. Yes. What I wanted to suggest, Marina Yavroglu and Petros Doukas and all of you, Niovi, we still have a quarter of an hour left. So if you can think, all of you, to come up with one suggestion, with one phrase, what could be the next day or the next step for this wonderful, very rich meeting we are having today with you.
Sure. So I'll just close quickly with this. That
yes,
one
of course,
of the,
Hara, of course.
One of the industries that we're looking at right now in the US market is renewable energy, which is, it's an infancy in the US, but frankly, it's just so much more sophisticated in Europe. So if we can find ways of having Greek companies, Greek entities, or engineers, et cetera, who are involved in renewable energy space, and we can somehow, bring that expertise here and work something like that, that will be absolutely great, something we're very interested in.
Thank you so much, Hara. Thank you.
Maybe the rest of the ladies can just give a one-sentence introduction of who they are, the rest of the ladies in the team from New York. Maybe just
yes, of course. You mean the youth club?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Marina, for you. Go ahead.
Marina, or?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all,
you,
thank
Marina,
you so much,
yes.
everyone, for joining us. My father had told me many times that we should do this great initiative, and I'm very happy that we had the chance. So I just got my master's 2 years ago from NYU, studying integrated marketing, and now I work in 2 companies. One is involved with organizing events in real estate and finance for Fortune 500 companies, and mostly including high executives and managerial individuals. And the other company is focusing on entertainment events, premieres, weddings. So I'm in the very creative and corporate industry.
Wonderful. Can you introduce us to the other ladies, young ladies, the friends of yours? Before I give the floor to Irini Venyami, who would like to talk about the renewable energy.
Absolutely.
And she has a session too. So
should
please.
we introduce them one by one, or should we allow them to speak for themselves?
One by one, please. And
okay.
Next time they'll have the time to talk more about themselves.
Okay.
Let us first meet and greet them.
Great. On the floor, if she's still here, we have Iroka Lemi. She's right now a student focusing on her master's degree at integrated marketing at NYU University, and she's head of brand partnerships at Threedium.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks so much for having me. Γεια σας. Καλά, μια χαρά. So just a little bit about myself. I moved to New York in August of 2019, and I started my master's at NYU, as Marina mentioned. I currently pursue this degree in integrated marketing with a concentration in brand management and e-commerce. My career has basically been around e-commerce. So this is how I now have the role of the head of brand partnerships at Threedium, which is a tech company that specializes in software for e-commerce businesses and AR technology.
You're really in the right path, huh? Very fashionable, the e-commerce. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then Marina, who else is with us?
And we have Joy Emanuela Jordan. She is doing her master's now in real estate development at Columbia University.
What a beautiful smile, all of you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you too. So tell us about you.
So
words.
Of course, very quickly, because you don't have a lot of time. I want to respect that. Thank you so much again. I moved to New York last year to pursue my master's in real estate development at Columbia University. Before that, I worked in finance in Europe, and currently, unfortunately, I graduated in a very bad environment. So in between looking for a job in the US in real estate development, I'm also running an export business, honey, from Greece. And I'm actually right now trying to get into the US.
How interesting. Can you hear us, Marina Yavroglu? She's exporting honey. And Miss Sakelarid, if they can hear, because they also...
I already took notes.
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
That's a cue for me. We also have Elizabeth Arslanoglu. She actually was an assistant research coordinator at Weill Cornell Medicine, and she's temporarily in Greece right now and will return to the US, hopefully to pursue her MBA.
Hello, Elizabeth Arsanoglu. We have already met Manuela Jordan.
Hi, for me also.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Yeah, as Marina said, I did my undergrad in the US at Wesleyan University, and then I worked at Weill Cornell for 3.5 years. And right now I'm in Greece and hoping to do my MBA back in the US in a year from now to start it.
Okay, all the best to you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Is Iro here?
Iro Spiropoulou, you mean?
Yes.
Yep, Iro Spiropoulou, Infrastructure Project Management at AECOM, if I'm saying this correctly.
Yes, it's AECOM. Thank you, Marina. So I came to the States around 5 years ago to pursue my master's in construction and project management. I'm a fellow Colombian. And for the past 3.5 years, I've been working as an infrastructure project manager with focus on airports. Right now, we're developing the JFK Airport, and a project that we've all been very waiting. I want to thank you all for this initiative, and I can't wait to see what more there's here.
Thank you, Ro. Thank you so much. And Alkis, you?
Last but not least, Alkis.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. I've been in the US actually, I just realized it now, for the last 10 years. And I was in Boston doing my undergrad in civil engineering, then went to Chicago to do my master's again in civil engineering. And for the last 3.5 years, I've been in New York working in the program project management for construction consulting. The company is called Hill International, and they specialize on project management services for public and private clients. And I've been involved in 3 projects now. One is the renovation for the FBI building in the city.
The FBI building.
Yes.
Amazing. Bravo, Alkistis.
The main project I've been working the last year, but unfortunately due to COVID-19, they suspended public projects until the next fiscal year, was the reform of closing Rikers Island and basically separating the prisons to 4 new facilities. So it's been public projects, but I'm excited to be here. I don't want to take much more of your time, so thank you for having me.
Things will get much, much better. And I would like
I have
Niovi again. Sorry, Marina.
Hear us, Maria Cascarelli.
We have Maria Cascarelli.
Yes.
I didn't have in my list. Wonderful. We have a newcomer then.
Hi, it's very nice to be
Maria.
here. Thank you for having me. My background is in architecture. I have lived in England and in Holland before moving to the US about 5 years ago in New York. So I specialized as a lighting designer there, architectural lighting designer. So this is, let's say, how interior design is a part of architecture that's completely focused on architectural lighting for interior and exterior spaces. I currently work at a company called l'Observatoire International, which is a French company but based in New York. We do very, very nice projects. It's one of the best lighting design companies worldwide. I'm involved in a residential tower in Miami, and I heard someone mention a Citadel collaboration. We are working with them as well.
International Greek women. That's why I said in the beginning, I used the word from Alexandra Vassilaros, from her playwright, that it is omnium gatherum, all the women, all the Greek women together from all over the world. Because I heard someone, I think it was Marina Hadjipateras, who has gone to South Korea, who has gone all over the world. All of you, this is ecumenical. This is a Greek word, ekumeniko. So it's the globalization of the Greek women. Thank you very, very much. And I would like sorry to interrupt you if I did, because I have only 5 minutes left, and I would like to give the floor to Niovi Christopoulou. Niovi, if I can come back to you and ask you to share with us the first ideas that come up to you and with you during this session, during this first meeting of ours.
Well, very nice to have everybody. I feel very honored by my friends who made the time today during very, very busy schedules. Some of whom were actually caught up in intense corporate negotiations. So that was great. One thing that came up during the discussion was a very kind offer by Alexandra Vassilaros to put together a gathering for the New Yorkers as soon as COVID allows, so keep that in mind. We can have like an informal gathering just to get to know each other more and
a physical one, huh?
Hopefully. Hopefully, we'll have to be innovative about it. But yeah, that was like a very kind offer, graciously extended by Alexandra. I would think that we could follow up with different verticals of events. You know, some could be like this type, you know, like of salon events, like carefully curated, an opportunity to, you know, like maybe share views on more specific topics. Today was just like an introduction. We could even include like panel speaker type of events, more formal with a bigger audience. And we're most definitely open to your ideas. You know, this should be your platform. This should be our community. my vision for this, as I said, and my vision in everything I do is to make it impactful, with substance, and actionable. You know, that comes actually from my data analytics.
That's what we are looking forward to. As a matter of fact, will you let me, Nyovi, ask who else is right now on air? Is Mrs. The Princess Katerina, or Mrs. Olga Kefalogianni, or Mrs. Nelly Katsu, who would like to join and put any questions, or Mrs. Diamantopoulou? Is anybody who would like to speak right now before we end this beautiful gathering?
An amazing 1 hour. Really thank you all for being here with us. Consider ICC a family. Whenever you visit Paris, go to our Paris headquarters, see our top staffers there, see the various international committees we have, including arbitration. ICC has the biggest arbitration package in the world. It has like a 70% market share of arbitrations. Anytime you travel in any country and you have some spare time, go visit the ICC family if you have any problem, or if you want to open up new markets. And I think it's Irene and Marina, it's a very, very good start. We need to follow up very fast and visit New York as soon as this pandemic thriller is over, which doesn't seem to be over very, very quickly. It stopped pretty much in Greece, and now we have India, for example, that seems to be getting a bit out of control. So it may take more than we thought in terms of time to get things smoothed out. But let's keep these electronic meetings up. Let's schedule the next one very soon. And I think it's a great start. Congratulations to all.
Thank you, Petros. I think Evgenia Manolidou would like to say hello. Also, Katerina Diamantopoulou, that I can see here, and a very experienced woman from.
Hi everyone. This is Evgenia.
Hello, Evgenia.
I'm sorry, my camera is off, but I'm really happy to be joining you tonight. I'm so impressed by all these girls. Their CV is amazing. Go get them, girls. I mean, we have faith in you. We trust you.
Exactly. That's a very good word, trust. Thank you so much. Let me have.
Thank you, Irene. Thank you, Marina.
Thank you too, Katerina Diamantopoulou.
Well, that is great to see how the Greeks, the Greek women are flourishing around the world. I think we should make a long list with all the people and what are the, what we are up to, and share this list, because it can be quite helpful to understand, who we can meet, how we can do about things in different markets. So it's great. It's great to have all these Greek ladies around.
I have Maria Cascarelli, I have Maria Vegnami, and I have Marilena Kalitsanzi, who say hello to all of you. I don't know if any else would like to take the floor, or our president. Where are you, Marina? I cannot see you right now in my camera. Or Alexandra, who would like to speak again. Elpida Nicole Vasiliadou, thank you very much for joining, all of you. Thank you so much. I don't know if it's or Ioana Velidou. Hi to everyone from London. Can we see Ioana? Would you like to speak, Ioana Velidou? She has just joined the youth club of the youth cluster
Sure.
of ICC Women LS. Hello, Ioana.
Hi, everyone from London. I know there's not much time to talk. I'm very excited to be part of this initiative. To give a little background, I graduated a couple years ago with my law degree from Warwick, and ever since I've been working in a compliance advisory role at Goldman Sachs Asset Management, covering the fixed income business, private equity funds and hedge funds. And I'm very excited to the next meeting and working with everyone else on this great initiative.
And here we have the minister, the ex-minister of tourism, Mrs. Olga Kefalogianni, who would like to join us. Hello, Olga.
Hello, everyone. It's a great pleasure being with all of you. I would like to just say one word. I would like to congratulate our good friend Marina Yavroglou. She's an excellent businesswoman, and she's excellent in organizing events and especially bringing women together. And I would like to congratulate her especially because this effort she's doing with ICC Women Greece is the first concerted effort to bring women from various sectors together. And I think this is very significant, and I would like women from all over the world who are joining this meeting to acknowledge this fact that Marina is in the forefront, and we are all supporting her in this effort to bring together women from all sectors, from different backgrounds, and from, as I see, different generations. So congratulations, and looking forward to working together with all of you, both for women empowerment, but also for bringing Greece back to the path of growth and prosperity. Thank you.
And let me say to all of them now, Olga, that we owe to you the slogan, more women, more growth. She was the one to think about it and introduce to us this beautiful slogan, more women, more growth. Is anybody else who would like to join before we say goodbye? If the ladies from New York would like again to take the floor, I'm all yours. From Eleni Yiannopoulou, thank you all. You are inspirational. From Angeliki Boura, it's a great pleasure meeting you all. And Mrs. Andrews, Margariti, Angie, thank you, Angie, for being with us. She's our dentist. Alexandra Vassilaros.
Thank you very much. It was very inspiring, the whole meeting today. And I'm very happy to show this beautiful and strong Greek women and young in the States making a new path for Greece in New York, which is the biggest city of the world, really. Congratulations, and congratulations to Mrs. Yarol, Mr. Doukas, Irini, to you too. You're always very, very strong in making better and better the meetings.
Thank you very much, Angie. So I think I can see Alexandra who would like to say something. Alexandra.
I'm unmuting. I just want to thank everybody. It's a very exciting initiative, and I look forward to sponsoring some events in my home as soon as possible.
Hara, I have Hara Gilchrist. I have for you one suggestion from Irene Benyamis. So she will write to you. She will send an email to you suggesting about renewable energy. So here is the first business, common business, let's say. Okay, so thank you very much. Really, it was a wonderful, wonderful first meeting. Hope to see you again. I don't know if our president would like to take the floor and end this meeting.
It was inspiring to be among such inspiring ladies. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Petros. Thank you, Marina. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Novi, so much. We are looking forward to this, as you said it, to this really the substance of what we can do together. ICC Women Hellas and ICC Women New York, USA. Thank you so much. It was really inspirational. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.